Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with our end of day PulseWave report. We have a lot, and I do mean a lot of charts to go over today. All right, so I'm going to try to do this as quickly and as efficiently as possible. And because of it, I won't be able to take any requests because I already have loads of requests. So I'm going to have to inform you of that because if not, we're going to be here all night. I do see you, Stacy, with your request there. We'll go ahead and start off with that. But after that, no more requests because we got a lot to do. All right. So your request here is ticker EFTR on the NASDAQ. All right. This is Effector Therapeutics. As you can see here, it's in a bear market. And that's the long-term trend, but the short-term trend is bullish at the moment, and you have a bullish trend momentum reading. So this market has rallied from the base. All right, during your base, you had a rally alert on April the 13th, and then you had a follow-up to that alert on April 27th, and since then the market has exploded. So it's looking very strong for a bear market rally. It just needs to continue along this path. But right now it looks very, very bullish. So I like the way the chart is looking on that now. As far as BMR, let's see here. BMR. This is Beamer, I think is how you say it, Beamer Imaging. It's also on the NASDAQ 100. And as you can see here, as it's pulling up, this one doesn't have enough data to qualify for the algo chart, but I'll just give you what I can on this one. Just doesn't have enough data. All right, so this one here, basically you do have a bullish trend momentum reading. The market's been relatively flat for a couple of months here, and it's just now breaking out. Had your initial breakout here from May 24th. Market has since back and filled this gap, and it's now looking like it wants to run. So you do have a rally alert for tomorrow's trading on BMR. All right. The next one here is AVRO. Let's see what we got here. AVRO. This is Robio. And this is also traded on the NASDAQ exchange. And let's see what we got on this one. Okay, this one is in a long-term bear market. And also the intermediate term is also bear market. So that means this market is locked in from a bearish perspective. It's been attempting to do bear market rallies, but none of them have held. You're still in the sell the rally mode. And for tomorrow's trading, you're neutralized. You had a crash alert coming into today, and then now the market has flip-flopped and given you a rally alert for tomorrow. Therefore, you have a neutralized bar here. So this one is definitely neutralized for tomorrow. And it's in the Kumo cloud. It's a pretty wide cloud from around 95 cents all the way up to $1.30. So it's a rather wide Kumo cloud of consolidation. So we'll have to wait for a few days and see how that shakes out when it comes off neutralized. And then the last one here is MREO. MREO. And this is Mario Biopharma. And this is also on the NASDAQ, traded on the NASDAQ. So let's see here what we got. All right, so this one is in a long-term bear market as well. And in the intermediate term, the market is bullish with a bullish trend momentum reading. And you have a rally alert for tomorrow's trading on this one. The market needs to get a good solid close above 120. If you can get some consecutive closes above 120, then it should open the door for the market to run to around $1.90. That'll be your initial upside target at that point. All right, so there you have it. All right, so the first one here, yeah, we're gonna get to that. I have Bitcoin on the charts tonight. Like I said, we have a plethora of charts, and we have a lot that we're going over, some of which is coming directly from the trading room. So let's jump into it. All right, so no more off the fly. All right, so this first one here is directly from the trading room. This is on the Forex. This is the Euro Swedish Krona. All right, so this market has been in a long-term bull market. You can see the trend clearly, right? And you have a bullish trend momentum reading, or at least you had one up until here. And then you were neutralized for a day. And now you had a crash alert here, gave you some initial downside production. Then the market has since rallied from that point. It should be noted that the market is fresh off of 52-week highs, and it's looking like the market is starting to top out and should correct down to the Kumo cloud of 1130. All right, so 1130 is what you're looking for on this particular one. When and if we can get a confirmation of this correction, I would just do exactly as the reports say. I would not try to outguess it or outthink it. I would just follow whatever the report says and trade accordingly. It should also be noted that back here you had that positive bot check, which is a warning of an upside explosion, and that's exactly what you got. But while the market has a bearish trend momentum reading now, it is flipped to a sell the rally mode. So I would definitely watch that. All right. Definitely watch that moving forward. All right. And then we got, let's see here, contrasting that with the US dollar. So here's the US dollar. All right. And as you can see, this one is a longer term bull market. The intermediate term is, however, a bear market, but you got a bullish trend momentum reading, which means the market is really trying to build up a bear market rally. All right, and it's stalling out around the 105 level. If the market can get some consecutive closes above 105, then the US dollar is free to run back up to the 108, 109 handle with ease. So there you have it on the US dollar. Now, contrast that with the actual euro currency itself. And I have that here somewhere. Let's see here. Got to find out where I put it. I got so many charts to go over. And up here, no, here it is right here. Okay. So the euro currency. Now, this one's in a longer term bear market. And the intermediate term, though, is bull market. But you got a bearish trend momentum reading. And this one has been correcting ever since. So you're in a sell the rally mode in the euro currency itself, while the US dollar is in a buy the pullback mode. So the US dollar is bullish, the euro currency is bearish. All right. And so that's why the market is trading accordingly. If the euro loses the battle at this 106 handle support, that means that it is going to plummet precipitously, and then the euro will be in the danger zone of falling below par. All right, this is pretty serious right now for the euro. Just FYI, it's looking like it may go that route, especially if the US dollar powers up to that 108 handle, 109 handle. Yeah, this thing is going to be falling below par easy. All right, so that's just something to think about when you're looking at these currencies. Now, I think you wanted to know about a pointer on the Corona. So let's see if I can go back. Let's see what you said. Okay, you said. All right, yeah, I see your percentages in your question, Rickard. Yeah, and despite any, specific macro events, in Sweden or with the euro of the US, the algo charts are telling you what's what, and this is what's happening. So as you can see here, the euro corona is quite strong and has been marching on and hitting new 52-week highs. So this particular pair is bullish, even more so than the dollar and way more than the euro itself. All right, so just something to think about when you're moving forward. I hope this answers your questions that you had. If not, Rickard, hit me up and I'll, we'll dialogue. All right, so we're done with these, and we can remove it. And now we'll move on. All right, so Bitcoin futures, still in a bear market. The intermediate term is bull market. However, we just came off of neutralize, and now we have a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading, along with a bullish trend momentum reading. The market is trying to bust out of the trading range within this Kumo cloud. If it can do that, then it's wide open to run to 30,000 plus. All right, so Bitcoin's looking like it's trying to really power up here. Another one we're looking at here, the next one is PSX, ConocoPhillips. All right, ConocoPhillips. Let's put this one here. All right. ConocoPhillips is in a long-term bull market. And the intermediate is also, bull market. And now we have a bullish trend momentum reading when we've had a bearish one for a while. The market has seemed to have bottomed out here. We just had a rally alert a few days ago. And now the market is attempting to get back north side of the Kumo cloud, which will put the price action above $100 a share. That's where it needs to run. That's where it needs to go. So this one is looking bullish, even though we're right here at a resistance point. I think the market will be able to push beyond it. All right, so bullish on ConocoPhillips, ticker PSX. Next up is PACW. All right, PACW. And this ticker is PACW. All right, so PACW is a long-term bear market. Intermediate is also a bear market. All right, so you have a locked-in, powerful bear market on this PACW. And you have a bullish trend momentum reading. The market is attempting, it is trying desperately to get a bear market rally going, but it has been really struggling coming off the fresh 52-week lows made the week of May the 4th. All right, so that's what you got going on here on PACW. Next up is CVS. CVS is in a long-term bull market, intermediate term bear market, and it has been collapsing ever since it dropped for that $105 a share, and you're now at $70 a share. So this one is really, really hurting. I know a lot of people who are in pain holding on to this stock, and I guess they like it for the dividend. Who knows? But you're losing on your capital though. Who cares what the dividend is if you bought it at 105 and it's trading at 70? That's a big punch in the face. So hopefully this market can get itself together, but the longer it stays weak like this, your long-term trend can change from bullish to bearish easily. But you got a bullish trend momentum reading now. So you have the tools you need to stage a comeback. But it's going to need to get above the Kumo cloud. It has to get consecutive closes above $80. So you need a $10 rally here. And you need to have one. You need it yesterday, because right now it's getting close to getting it toward the bottom of the Kumo cloud, and it's already showing some signs of possible exhaustion after hitting the new fresh 52-week lows. So CVS is one to watch, but it is really in the dirt. Next up is Colgate-Palmolive. The ticker is CL. Now, this one is also in a long-term bear market with a bearish trend momentum reading, which means this thing is locked in. So your intermediate is bullish, but the long term is bearish, and you have a bearish trend momentum reading. Price action has been falling from $82 a share all the way down to the 70s, to the low 70s. And you have today, you have really bad news for Colgate today. Very bad news. And the bad news is you have a negative bot check on today's close. Negative bot check as the price action sold off into the close. That means that a big down move is imminent in Colgate-Palmolive. So that's some FYI for you. So look out, those operating in that security. Next up is the US dollar index tradable UUP is the ticker. And as you can see, just like with the US dollar analysis, all right, I don't know if this was a bad tick or this was real, but it looks like you had a big washout on that's not December, on June the 1st. So just a few days ago, you had this big, massive bearish pointer. So I'm thinking that this is an indicator bar, which means that that's where price action is going. But it's a little convoluted here because you got a positive bot check just 2 days ago. Interesting. You had a positive bot check, and then we have a rally alert for tomorrow. So in the short term, the next couple of days, we're expecting a strong upsurge in UUP, followed by a test and taken out of this bearish pointer afterwards. So trade accordingly in your US dollar. Next up is Nat Gas. The ticker is UNG. And this one, Nat Gas, has really been struggling. Long-term bear market, intermediate-term bear market. You got a bullish trend momentum reading, but you've had one before, and the market has failed to get a decent bear market rally going. A decent bear market rally is one in which you can rally from the bottom of the Kumo cloud to the top of the Kumo cloud. This market has failed to do that on several bullish trend momentum reading attempts. You had one here, a failed one here, a failed one here. This one managed to get inside the cloud but couldn't get above it. And now you have another one. So it keeps trying, but it keeps failing every time it does. So this market is still under a lot of selling pressure, and it's going to really need to show improve to get some kind of momentum going. Next up is bonds. All right, this is TLT. This market is in a long-term bear market, and the intermediate trend is also bear market. And you got a bearish trend momentum reading, and you got a negative bot check just 2 trading sessions ago. So a big down move is imminent. This market is locked in. It's a bear market. There's nothing to talk about aside that. This is what you call a strong, powerful bear market. Now, it's been consolidating here. It hasn't been hitting any new 52-week lows since the week of October 24th of 2022. You've been able to rally off those lows. You had a nice bear market rally, got above the cloud, and been able to maintain for a while. Then it lost. It couldn't hold on, got above it, and it's just been moving sideways, and now it finally gave it up. So yeah, this one's headed down. Eventually, I think you're going to take out the 52-week lows, which means you can expect interest rates to explode in the near term. Excuse me. All right, you heard me right. Interest rates are going to explode. There will be no cutting of interest rates. The only way the Fed would have to be forced to start cutting rates is if the bond price staged an amazing bear market rally that got back above the 110. That's the only time that he would have pressure to start cutting rates. But at this point, now that the price action has been reclaimed by the bear market and you are below, you are now bearish on all indicators: long-term trend, intermediate trend, and trend momentum, all bearish in your bonds. That is danger for interest rates. And then you have a negative bot check right there. The last negative bot check you got was back here the week of May the 12th. And this thing just utterly collapsed. And now you got another warning that another one of these moves is coming. And that will take the TLT much, much lower. So warning, red alert warning on bonds and interest rates. The next one is the S&P 500, the ticker SPY. All right, so we've crossed over from long-term bearish to long-term bullish. Intermediate term trend is also bullish, and the trend momentum reading is also bullish, but you're neutralized for tomorrow's trading, and you have a crash alert for tomorrow. So this one is looking interesting, but we're going to step aside and let the market settle and come off of the neutralized alert status. Next up is silver by way of ticker SLV. So your long-term trend here is also bullish, and your intermediate trend is also bullish, and you have a bullish trend momentum reading. So that means you are bullish in all systems. All right, you are bullish. Not going to stop. Now, you are in the Kumo cloud of consolidation, and it's a wide one. But as long as this on you're bullish in all three time frames, this market isn't going down. It's only going up from here. Next up is the QQQ, the NASDAQ 100. On the NASDAQ 100, QQQ, long-term trend, unfortunately, is bearish. Short-term trend, though, intermediate trend is bullish. And your trend momentum reading has just officially turned negative. You have a crash alert for tomorrow's trading and a bearish trend momentum reading now. Looking like your NASDAQ has finally topped out. We'll get confirmation of the price action tomorrow. We'll see after hitting fresh 52-week highs. The bear market run looks like it may be over. Not to mention you have a gap that was created on May 25th that has not been reconciled. So at minimum, price action has to come back here to close this gap. All right, so red alert warning on the NASDAQ 100. All right, the next one is crude oil by way of ticker OIH. And what you got here is a long-term bull market with the intermediate bear market and a bullish trend momentum reading that has went neutralized again. You only had a little window here. You had a rally alert. The market ran up, gave you some upside production, neutralized you, which was your sign to get out, take profit. And now you're standing aside waiting for the next signal. All right, so your oil is looking bearish when it comes off of this neutralize, and it's in jeopardy of falling precipitously. So FYI on OIH. Next up is Nvidia. Nvidia has been all up in the news. It's become a NASDAQ darling, but when you look at this chart, you don't see what all the fuss is about now, do you? Yeah, your longer term trend has been bullish, but your your intermediate trend is bearish. All you've done is done a nice bear market rally. But Nvidia has fallen from March the 30th of this year. It fell from $276 a share. And it's just recently that it hit $108 a share. I don't know what all the fuss is about. According to the algo chart, that's not sexy. Now, this bear market rally from $108 up to $187 is nothing to sneeze at. That's a decent bear market rally, but it has since come down off of that. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in a bear market rally with a bullish trend momentum reading, which means the market's in the buy the dip, buy the pullback mode. However, warning, you got a gap here. You got a gap here. All right. And wait a minute. I apologize. This chart is not correct. For some odd reason, it did not update correctly. So let me go back and X everything I just said about Nvidia because it's not correct. Let me see here. All right. Let's see if we can get the correct data this time. All right, here we go. Yeah, I thought that was looking strange. All right, so here we go. Long-term bull market, intermediate term bull market, and the trend momentum up to this point has been bullish. However, you just came off of that. You have a negative trend momentum reading now, and you had back-to-back crash alerts, and you did have a gap from May 25th. And look, you got a crash alert for tomorrow. Downside production is coming. The market's going to, at minimum, close this gap. And that'll be a nice little test since the market has moved without pullback. But as long as this thing is red, it's going to be in the sell the rally mode. And it looks like you may have topped out for now. Short-term top has been made in Nvidia. All right, next up is the Russell. Ticker is IWM. All right, and the Russell is in long-term bear market with a intermediate term bear market, but a bullish trend momentum reading. The market had been struggling, and it has finally broken above the Kumo cloud, but you got this gap from June the 2nd that needs to be rectified. So this little pop-up may be short-lived. I think all you're seeing is just the play on the positive bot check. So we knew that the upsurge was coming. You were warned with the bot checks, and there you go. All right, on the report, your bot checks come out as a 412 reading or 411 reading under your momentum columns on your report. So anyone who's new, may not be clear on that. Your bot checks, all right, that's your 411 or 412 on your report. All right, so GLD is in a long-term bull market, intermediate term bull market, but it's been under the auspices of a bear market, which is a bearish trend momentum reading. And you got a negative bot check 2 days ago, so a down move, a big down move is coming. It's imminent. All right, so FYI on gold. All right, gold not looking too good like silver is. GDX, looking at your miners at this point. All right, so your miners are in a long-term bear market, intermediate term bull market, and bullish trend momentum reading. So that it's trying to get back above the Kumo cloud and seems to be struggling a bit at the bottom of the Kumo cloud, acting as a resistance zone. So if it can get itself back up and running, your initial upside target will be first $40, followed by the $44 handle. All right, so it has some things to work out here if it's going to get going. All right. Next up is your Dow Jones, which is the diamonds. The ticker is DIA. That's your Dow ETF. Long-term bull market, intermediate term bull market, bearish trend momentum reading, which means that this market is still in the sell the rally mode with a crash alert coming into today. You got a little bit of downside production, and we got another crash alert for tomorrow as the market stops short at the top of the Kumo cloud. Initial downside target is going to be around the 325 level, and that will be at the bottom of the Kumo cloud. And if that doesn't hold, the market goes into free fall and it will drop precipitously. So warning there on your Dow. Copper, ticker is COPX, COPX. It's in a long-term bull market, intermediate term bull market with a bullish trend momentum reading. So all systems, it's firing on all systems go, but you got a gap up here that needs to be reconciled from June 2nd. And then the bottom of the Kumo cloud at $38 is a strong resistance that the market needs to get up and over in order to make a bear market run in that respective. All right. Next up is the bond, BND. It's like TLT. It's another ticker for you, another selection. This one's in a long-term bear market, intermediate term bear market as well, but a bullish trend momentum reading, trying like the TLT to stage a bear market rally, and has really struggled to do that. Can't really get anything going. Bullish trend momentum reading is only helping to keep the stock price elevated and keep it from falling, but that's it. It's not doing anything for you. Next up is Amazon. Ticker is AMZN, and you can see here long-term bear market, intermediate term bear market with a bullish trend momentum reading, trying to get a bear market running after hitting fresh 52-week lows. Market needs to get above 105. Needs some consecutive closes there in order to make a real run and a real bear market rally happen, which will send prices back up to the 145, 150 range. But it has a long way to go. Next up is Apple. Apple's in a long-term bull market, intermediate term bear market with a bullish trend momentum reading. And it's trying to stage a bear market rally too. Needs to get above 145. Has a long way to go to do that in order to really, start a bear, or should I say another run, I should say bull market run. Well, really bear market because the intermediate's bearish. So it's really trying to do something. It really is. It's all over the place. Can't seem to get itself together down here. It's just looking mad bearish. And at this point, we'll have to wait and see what it can do. But it is trying here to get back up to that 145 handle. And then last but not least here is silver futures. Silver futures is trying to do something here. It's in a bull market, long-term, intermediate-term bull market with a bullish trend momentum reading. So we'll see what happens as these markets continue to roll. And that's all we got time for tonight. So you guys know what to do. The system works if you work the system. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Smash that like button, and I'll see you later. Peace.